Today we're going to look at installing a new build or a new update. So first of all, what is a new build? What's a new update? As part of your subscription, Triumph are constantly developing the software, and as a result of that, they'll be continually bringing out newer mini versions of the software. If you're going from, say, a version 6 to a version 6.1, that'll usually have to be done by a consultant. But if we've got a new build on, say, a version 6.1 and you're already on 6.1, then you can go grab that yourself. At Evernote here, we will be sending you emails when new builds are available. Sometimes you can do it yourself, sometimes you may want us to do it instead. Okay, so how do we check if a new build is available? If we just go to our desktop and open Triumph, you can see there that my build date is 20th December 2018. And if I just log into the company, again, another way to find this is to go to Help and About. There it tells me that I'm on the build date of 20th of December. Alternatively, we can go to Help and we check for update. And obviously it needs to be connected to the internet, but it is telling you that a later build of the software is available. And I suppose what we can do there is click on that, and it will take us to Triumph updates. If we didn't know how to get there, all we need to do is go to the Triumph website, and then down here, across the top there, you'll see support, and down here we have Triumph updates. And if we click into that, it's taking us to the same screen that we saw here before. Okay, so first of all, we have a changes document, so I'll quickly download that, and we'll have a quick look at that. And this is a PDF that tells us what the changes are. It's given us the build date there, the shortcut if applicable, and what's changed. And this will be for the whole version 6.1, so you can see if we scroll down a bit further, we can tell that the last build date was the 20th of December, and again it tells us all the various things that we're putting there. So this is a mixture of new features, and obviously, as with any software, the occasional bug that's managed to creep its way in there. And yeah, these are just corrections as I go along. Okay, that's the changes document, so I recommend you have a read through that. And then what we'll do is we'll click on the Triumph 6.1 update.exe, and I'm just going to download that. Okay, so I'll let that do that, and I'll come back in a second. Welcome back. You can see that my Triumph has now downloaded, so I'm just going to show that in the folder. What I tend to do is I like to rename it to the actual build date, which in this case is 2019, and it was the 21st of February. Okay. And the next thing I tend to do is move this into the Triumph folder. So if I'm just going to cut that there, and normally you'd be putting it on your server, so I'm just going to go on mine. My Triumph lives here, and I'm just going to drop that into the workstation folder. We shall paste that there. You can see there that the build is there, 2019 February 22. Okay, having done that, we're just going to pop into Triumph here. This is going to be a single user function. First of all, I'm just going to make sure that there's actually nobody in the system other than myself. Okay, so nobody else is in the system. Next thing I'd recommend, well, it's mandatory really, is to do a quick transfer out. System maintenance, database management, transfer company out. I'm not going to show you how to do that. There is a video already done on that, so if you want to see, I'll put a link in the bit below. Okay, so there is one more thing to check here, and if you are running web services, you just need to make sure that you've turned your web services off. So just bear with me 1 second there. There we go, that's my web application. So I'm just going to go into there and I'm going to stop service. If you're not using Triumph's paperless picking or signature pad or e-commerce or anything like that, then you don't have to do that step. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to right click on there and I'm going to click Run as Administrator. And it's going to say if you want to allow this app, depending on whether you have that turned on your Windows. I'll just pull this over to this screen here, and it's just saying that it will install the latest update with the fixes and features, confirming the release version 6.1 and the build date. Oh, so just click next there. Obviously, if you want to read all of that, we can read all that. Obviously, you've got to agree to the terms of the license. Click on next, and this is asking where it's going to install it. As I say, here I'm on my C drive, but quite often yours will be a T drive, or it may be it may be just a UNC path. We'll click on next, and then it's saying the following settings will be used, and we click on install. And so what that's going to do, it's going to go run through and install the executables as the first stage and all the new program files. Okay, so it will give us a screen here to say that it's actually done that so far, and now it's actually going to look at the databases themselves, so in other words your data, and it's asking which ones do we want to update. So we're going to click select all, and then I'm going to go next and click OK. Now you can see there that it's running through very quickly. Depending on the size of your database and the number of databases that you have there, this could take 10, 15, 20 minutes even. As I say, on my computer here I've only got 4 companies and I've got very little data in them anyway. Okay, so that's done. So if we just click on finish there, and then it's confirming that the update was successful. When we click on finish there, it's going to open up Word, and then it's going to give us a little summary, and we can see there that what it's done, and it would have let us know if there were any errors there. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're just going to restart our web services, if that was applicable. And you can see that all of these will turn from service stopped to working. I'll just leave that there and come back to that in a second. In the meantime, we'll open up Triumph. And I'm just going to log in. So it's just logging in, and there we go. If we go help and about, it tells us that we're now on the 21st of February build. And we go help, and if we could check for update, it should tell us that we're actually up to date. There we go, up to date. Okay, that's it. Thank you for watching.